Well, like Darwin after Cyclone Tracy, that's how the damage to the Lockyer Valley town of Grantham is being described. Their houses were torn from their foundations and literally carried away by the raging torrent. The ABC's Paul Lockyer is the only reporter who's been able to get into the town, and he filed this report.
The images are stark. This is a battered remnants of a small Queensland town destroyed in a matter of minutes by a wall of water. The torrent that came through here swept all before it. Kel Woods and his wife clambered onto the roof of their house to try to escape the fast-flowing water.
Stood on the roof of that building behind me and watched the cars float down the road, watched the houses float down the road, watched just the massive amounts of debris.
And my house is now right up the back corner there, and you can see my kitchen and the laundry.
Leroy Shepherd points to where his house once stood.
You'd actually feel the whole house just pop up off its stumps, turn around and go for 100 and something metre cruise down my backyard.
He and his family stayed in their home as it broke up and floated away. They spent 5 hours on the roof waiting for the water to drop.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling the floorboards underneath your feet just ripple. Just the whole house ripple and crack and just watch a room just disappear in front of your face.
Most survivors were evacuated from Grantham today to a nearby town where they're being offered accommodation and support. The most chilling aspect of this disaster is how many people may have been caught in their homes when the water came. Townspeople fleeing for their lives tell of hearing cries of anguish from several houses as a torrent consumed the town.
We were worried about this house beside the hotel where we were at the height of it, and we just watched it implode, and just an explosion of insulation and everything. Just the velocity of the water was incredible, just took it so quickly. And we think there was 2 people in there, maybe 3, but nobody knows, no one's sure.
People are still missing here. Only when the water finally drops will the full tragedy be revealed. Paul Lockyer, ABC News, Grantham, Queensland.
And reporter Paul Lockyer has just filed this update from Grantham.
Finally, the rain has begun to ease in Grantham and the water has actually started to drop, but what that has revealed is even more graphic damage than that which we captured this morning in the first light of day. If you look behind me here, this is a nursery that has been totally crushed by the torrent. In the middle of the nursery down there is a water tank that's come from about 400 metres away. And there is, sitting in the middle of it all, is a house that's come from just over here, about 200 metres away. The damage here is just colossal. And for the town itself, well, most of the people now have been evacuated. There's nowhere to live here for the moment, and there's no support mechanisms in place for them. And as for the recovery process, well, we know there have been some bodies recovered from flooded homes in Grantham, and we know that there may be others in there to be recovered when the waters begin to drop. And we know also that there are cars trapped under the railway bridge at Grantham, and there are fears that there may have been people in there. There's a huge recovery effort and clean-up to be done in this small Queensland town.